Hey everyone, my name is Devin Moreno, and today I want to talk to you about all the mistakes I made on this renovation property. And this one actually is a little bit further into my investing journey. This is actually my seventh house, but there was a lot of lessons here where we're talking about HVAC failures, and when I did redesigns, everything got all messed up about it. So I want to go into my top 5 failures that I did in this house so that hopefully you don't make the same ones. So let's start with number 1. Alright, so one of the first mistakes I made was making redesigns halfway through the project. While that might seem simple enough, you're going to run into a ton of problems. I'm going to give you this as an example. So I created this bedroom here because what I accidentally did was I made another redesign that I'm going to show you later, where I made an illegal bedroom. And when I did that, that made me go from 2-bed house to a 1-bed. Well, it's an apartment, but it went to 1 bed, and I really needed 2. So I quickly created this in order to, just make another bedroom real fast for the appraiser. That caused a number of problems. So I'm going to first show you the fact that this is all in the living room area, right? So as you're looking around here, you're seeing this is kind of the living room, and you're seeing this room here. And you'll notice this part is where the first thing that got messed up. You'll notice it's kind of lower to the ground. You usually want these kind of higher up, but it's because they put the return on the other side. And when I redesigned this and made this into a bedroom, you'll see here that this is originally where we had the return. So we actually had to move it to the other side in order to make this work, because you don't want it in the smaller space like a bedroom. You want it in open spaces. So it actually completely messed with the flow of not only just the HVAC system, but the entire, how you come into the house. And so you're going to see that here. I had to make this kind of awkward little hallway in order to actually, this is how you would enter the entire apartment. Now, for those of you thinking, oh, how are you gonna get furniture in here in this small little hallway? Well, that's where you see here, all right? You can see behind me, there's a way you bring it in from the parking pad. That's actually where you would park. And that was kind of my idea about it. But yeah, if I could go back, I definitely wouldn't have done the first redesign, making the bedroom illegal. I'll show you how I did that. And that's what forced me to do this ridiculous stuff. So mistake number 2 was not making this open concept. So there's this bathroom you're seeing here, and it's kind of a half bath. So actually there's gonna be 2 little gems in this one. So number 1, this bathroom was already like this, and I figured I'd save money and just keep it like this. Big mistake. I should have flattened it up against the wall and made this open concept, because now we have this awkward space that sort of, just transitions. Yeah, you can say it creates 2 living sort of spaces, so you're seeing this here, but this is really not reasonably big enough for anyone to actually do anything meaningful with it. Maybe too small to get anything larger than a 2-person dining table, maybe. And so I really regret not just flattening that out. Open concept is what people are looking for these days, and ultimately people really didn't care if their bathroom divided the space. I should have made it open, should have flattened that up a little bit, and then perfect, would have had a much better thing. Also, I should have probably moved the half bath a little further away from the kitchen. Having a bathroom around a kitchen is a little bit of a weird mess, and so it just feels weird to be, going to the bathroom near where you eat. So that's another thing. I totally would have moved that a little bit further away. Alright, so here we're going to go into the third mistake that I made, and this is how I actually made the bedroom illegal. So here you're going to see this hallway, and originally, the original design had you walking through a bedroom in order to get to what is the bathroom on the other side. We didn't want that. Now you might think, well, why not move the bathrooms? You're going to see here as you're looking around, you're going to see a master bedroom here that we kind of put in place, and then you're going to see, as you're here now in this hallway, this other bedroom is here. So that bedroom had to walk through this bedroom in order to use the laundry facilities in the bathroom. We couldn't move it very easily because of the drain lines. Once the drain lines were in place on the other side of the house, well, we had to use what's called an ejector pump in order to actually push it. If we wanted the bathroom, let's say here, all right, this is obviously where the closets of the rooms are, but if we wanted it here, then we would have had an ejector pump, and then that would have made a lot of noise every single time someone ever used it. So we were like, all right, let's go ahead and keep the bathroom on the other side. How can we do it? So we created this pass-through, but it created an illegal bedroom. So let's go ahead and show you exactly what you need for a legal bedroom. Now keep in mind this is going to vary from place to place, but in this room, all right, it's a proper size. You need 78 square feet in order to have a legal bedroom, all right? You also need egress. What is egress? That's a second way of entering and leaving the room. And there's certain restrictions for this, all right? Your windows have to be 4 feet off the ground if it's gonna be counted as an egress, or it has to be a certain size. Generally it's about, I think it's like 4 feet by 4 feet or something like that. I'm sorry, I don't have it off the top of my head, but you're also gonna need maybe another doorway to get in and out. So this only has the door that you're actually looking at me from. Otherwise you have a closet, so there's no escape, which means an appraiser would count this as a den. Now tenants wouldn't care. They're absolutely gonna sleep in this, but the appraiser won't count it. So that's another reason it's not legal. You're also gonna notice another thing for legality is you need a 7-foot ceiling. So we passed that here, but it does have to be 7 feet in height. Now your bulkheads don't count. So obviously this brings the height down a little bit, but as long as the majority of the room, which in this case it is 7 feet in height, you're totally fine. But no egress, and obviously before you might have said, Devin, well, where was the egress before? Remember you had to pass through the bedroom to get to the bathroom? We had a door in the back of the room and a door in the front of the room. Well, I changed it so now it's only on the side, and hence an illegal bedroom. All right, and so my fourth mistake is going to involve this mini split here and also a bedroom issue and another redesign. So I did another redesign that messed everything up, and I'm going to explain all of it. So basically these mini splits provide AC and heating. We actually used these because we didn't want to run ductwork through someone else's house necessarily. We didn't want to constrict more spaces, the upstairs unit of the house. And so basically this originally was going to be the bedroom. It's in the back of the house, and we're gonna make it a bedroom. However, because of that whole drain line issue, where the drain lines are literally right here, and we didn't want to try to figure out how to get them across the house, we put the washer and dryer in here. Now, the original vision was to put a door here, all right? And they said, oh, it'll have to come out even further, and then you're talking about a swing, so I'm like, all right, that's really restricting the amount of space in the bedroom. And we also had a couple other reasons as far as venting and stuff. It was a lot easier to vent it from here. So now we got a washer and dryer in the bedroom. Well, I was thinking about it, well, we got another perfectly good living room. Maybe we can just build a wall and then create another bedroom. And that way they can kind of choose which one they want. So here, as I'm bringing you into this kitchen, you have this kitchen, and originally this wall over here was not here, all right? All of this wasn't here, and this was all the living room, all open space. And honestly, I prefer it like that, but we were like, all right, let's make that the bedroom, so we won't have the washer and dryer in it. That'll be a little weird. So I'm like, build this wall up real quick. So now we have this kind of cute little kitchen, I guess you can say. Remember, this is a little tiny apartment, and then you have this mini split here. But this is the only other mini split in the house. And we purposely put it here, facing this direction, so that way it would heat and cool the living room and the kitchen. You might be seeing where this is going. So I quickly built this wall, and now the mini split is no longer cooling down or heating up this bedroom, which makes another illegal bedroom. So I didn't cover this one in the last point, but to get a legal bedroom, you also need a heat source. But now, as soon as we close this door, we no longer have a heat source to this room. So we had to go ahead and install these wall heaters in order to actually get a heat source in here, and that caused yet another problem. So basically we had to run this, and now this room doesn't have AC. So that's kind of another big misstep on my part. These are things that once you actually create your layout and design, you probably don't want to change it unless you really have thought it out. And with the fifth mistake I made on this house is not redesigning it to put a bedroom here, all right? So this is the one thing that I really wish I did. If you're kind of getting the overall flow of this, all right, we have this main floor here, all right? And this main floor has the bedroom that I put over on this side of the house. And I put that and made this weird alley, and we had to move the return vent, and it's just all awkward as hell. Well, what I should have done, okay? With that hallway created downstairs, there was actually a back door that would allow you to park in the parking pad outside and then come in through the back door downstairs and come into the house. Pretty easy solve. Even if you really needed to move furniture up on the front floor, you could just walk through someone's bedroom, you know, when you're setting all up, that's not a problem. I should have put the bedroom here, and I should have repiped it so that the kitchen was moved over here. Now, I have an egress. Remember, I was talking about the egress, so I have that back door over here, and then I have the door that you would use to get into the bedroom here, all right? Not only that, but I can easily create a divide where now you can enter this bathroom through here, and then I can add a shower and such on the other side of this bathroom. And so now this person has their own bathroom. It's a big size space, and it has egress. Ceilings are high enough. The square footage is big enough. It's logical, and now I can open up this wall, because remember, this wouldn't have been closed anymore, and this just becomes a big open space with a big open kitchen right here. But hey, you live and you learn, right? So this is some of the small details about bedrooms and some of the mistakes I made. Look, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes on your renovations as well, so definitely expect this. Yes, you're watching this video, but trust me, you're gonna run up into your own challenges, and as long as you learn from it, you're doing all right. So let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you all very soon.